Transparency will be the next president of Indonesia. More than 130 million people voted on July 9th, and the results are finally official. Andy Saputra brings us the result live from the capital. Andy, what can you tell us?
That's right. This is the Joko Widodo win here in Indonesia represents a clean break from the old regime in Indonesia. He won by around 53% of the popular vote here in Indonesia, and it's what has been called the tightest race in Indonesia's election history. Now, there are quite a few worries and tense moments during the day when people are expecting some violence will happen, and this as a test for Indonesia's fledgling democracy. But Indonesia passes the test yesterday with quite flying colors and with maturity shown at least by the supporters. Let's have a look on what has been an eventful day in Indonesia.
After what has been called the tightest presidential election race in the country's history, Indonesia has decided. Joko Widodo, winning by a margin of 6%, will lead Southeast Asia's biggest nation for the next 5 years. But his first agenda after a highly divisive campaign will have to be to reconcile the nation.
We, Joko Widodo and Joseph Kala, urge our brothers and nation to return to our historic faith as a united nation. One nation, Indonesia.
But that will prove to be a challenge. Even before the official results were announced, Prabowo Subianto, Jokowi's presidential candidacy rival, declared that he rejects the presidential election process, deeming it as unfair, and that he is withdrawing from the contest, as nearly completed results showed his opponent leading with 53% of the vote.
We will use our constitutional rights to reject the 2014 election that is illegitimate, and therefore we will withdraw from the ongoing process.
While the move will not likely to affect the legitimacy of the election, it has sent worries of clashes in what has been already a tense day in Indonesia. But the fact that the election was conducted peacefully has given a reason for hope.
This is a victory for all Indonesian people. We hope that this victory will pave the way for economic independence.
The president-elect will need to reunite the divided Indonesia if he is to address Indonesia's pressing problems, such as the systemic corruption, growing religious intolerance, and severe lack of infrastructure in the country.
That's right. As you can see, they're quite an eventful day, but now Indonesia's mood here is quite the one of hope here. They're hoping that Joko Widodo will keep to his promise and turn his political promise into policies that will have a real impact.
All right. CCTV's Andy Saputra live with those results from Jakarta.